Here's a story I first heard my Uncle George Gale tell many years ago. George, for those who remember him, will agree that he was a wonderful storyteller, a very good actor, and an all around great entertainer. This is called Albert and the Lion by Stanley Holloway. There's a seaside town called Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand little lad was young Albert, all dressed in his best, quite a swell. He'd a stick with a horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. They didn't think much to the ocean, the waves, they were piddling and small. There were no wrecks, and nobody drowned it. Fact, nothing to laugh at all. So, seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo, where they'd lions and tigers and camels and old ale and sandwiches too. Now there were one great big lion named Wallace. His face were all covered with scars, and he lay in a somnolent posture, with the side of his face to the bars. Now, Albert had heard about lions, how they were ferocious and wild, and to see Wallace lying so peaceful just didn't seem right to the child, so straightway the brave little fellow, not showing one morsel of fear, took his stick with the horse's head handle and shoved it in the lion's ear. Now you could tell that the lion didn't like it, for his head gave a sort of a roll, and he pulled Albert inside the cage with him and swallowed the little lad whole. Now Pa, having seen the occurrence, and not knowing what to do next, said, "Ma, yon lion's ate Albert." And Ma said, "Well, now I am vexed." So Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom, quite rightful when all's said and done, called on the animal keeper and told them how the lion had eaten their son. The lion keeper was quite nice about it. He said, what a nasty mishap. Are you sure it's your son that he's eaten?" Pa said, "Am I sure? There's his cap." So the manager had to be sent for. He came and he said, "What's to do?" Pa said, "Yon lion's et Albert, and him in his Sunday clothes too." Ma said, "Listen here, young feller, I think it's a shame and a sin for the lion to go and eat Albert, and after we've paid to come in." The manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away and said, "How much to settle this matter?" Pa said, "How much do you usually pay?" But Ma had turned a bit awkward when she thought where her Albert had gone and said, "No, someone has got to be summonsed." So that was decided upon. So off to the police station in front of the magistrate chap. They told him how the lion had eaten their Albert and proved it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he said that he hoped the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to their names. At that, Mother turned awful blazing. "And thank you, sir, kindly," said she. "What? Spend all our lives raising children to feed ruddy lions? Not me.